According to a leading royal commentator, Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge is a fashion icon who seamlessly blends the formal and informal. It's no surprise that the mum of three was a natural, and it seems that the Queen also approved, as Her Majesty's official Instagram account liked to post on the Cambridge's page about her appearance. One fan tweeted, "My little granddaughter just loved the CBeebies bedtime story read by Catherine. I was explaining, the lady will be our country's queen one day, but she replied, now she doesn't have a crown. Well done, Catherine, loved hearing about little Plop." A second said, at Kensington Royal, "Amazing story reading Catherine Middleton." Another Twitter user commented, "Think I'm defeating the object of trying to stay up for the Super Bowl tonight by watching Catherine Middleton." One simply wrote, "I absolutely love her." A third tweeted, "Catherine is so lovely and natural." While a fourth joked, "Is anyone else without kids about to watch CBeebies?" Another wrote, "Her Royal Highness is the cutest woman on the planet and simply the best person to read to kids. She is their princess and has such a beautiful calm voice." A sixth said, "Amazing story reading." Another enthused, "Well, I just watched Catherine's bedtime story, very well read, I loved it." One Twitter user reminisced, "I have just watched bedtime stories on CBBC, with HRH Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, telling the story of Plop, very uplifting story. I am old enough to remember when Prince Charles read The Old Man of Lochnagar on Jackanory in 1984. Moreover, parents also hailed the Duchess's choice of story, with one Twitter user saying, "Lovely story for the little one, well done Catherine." Another tweeted, "Perfect for the kids tonight. The children's princess." While another parent said, "This was such a lovely bedtime story. My son and I really loved it. Thank you Duchess of Cambridge for the broadcast on the BBC's Children's Channel." Catherine wore jeans and a Fair Isle jumper. She was seated in the corner of a wooded area with a hot chocolate within reach, 2 soft toys and a fire beside her. Richard Fitzwilliams commented, "This is a very good example of the Duchess's ability to blend the formal with the informal. She is a fashion icon. There's a tremendous amount of interest in what she wears, which is important for British fashion. She is able to look $1 million in certain outfits. I'm remembering the beautiful gown she wore to the James Bond premiere and also the veil and mask she wore at Prince Philip's funeral, where she was the image of beauty. But also, one of her great strengths is she can look relaxed and informal when she is in a separate field. She has a knack of blending the formal and informal in a way that works and does a lot for British fashion." Meanwhile, Meghan's lies about Duchess Catherine have been exposed accordingly. A comment about Catherine and the pomp surrounding her and Prince William's wedding made by Meghan Markle on her blog, "The Tig has been unearthed despite claiming her and Harry's Oprah interview that she didn't know anything about the royals prior to meeting the prince." Meghan penned a blog post about dreaming of being a princess since she was a little girl. Now an old post has been unearthed in which she revealed her dream of becoming a princess and her thoughts on her future sister-in-law's wedding. Meghan wrote, "Little girls dream of being princesses. I for one was all about She-Ra, Princess of Power." For those of you unfamiliar with the 80s cartoon reference, She-Ra is the twin sister of He-Man and a sword-wielding royal rebel known for her strength. "We're definitely not talking about Cinderella here." She continued, "Grown women seem to retain this childhood fantasy. Just look at the pomp and circumstance surrounding the royal wedding and endless conversation about Princess Catherine.